Hi, welcome back to Smithy's over 100 golf courses in a year, and today it's Thursday the 14th of March 2024 up in Scotland this week, and I was hoping to stay around the Edinburgh area for most of the week, if not all of the week, including a wee trip up to St Andrews on Tuesday. But looking at the weather forecast last night, absolutely horrible for central Scotland. So I noticed the weather's far better north of Inverness, and I'm a member at Tain. So I decided, complete change of plan, come up the north of Scotland for a few days. I done a video in Tain a few years ago, but it's in the old format, so hopefully this is a better one. Got my Tain Golf Club hat on. This is course number 18 for this year. Let's go and see what it's got. Ladies and gentlemen, it's course number 18 of 2024. It's Tain Golf Club on the tee. The man who's been a member here for several years now and just describes it as the most wonderful place to play golf. From Kirkintilloch in Scotland, Smithy! This is the opener at Tain, 343 yards, par 4. A new bunker on the left hand side, it's put further away out of my reach, that's nice of them. And then it goes across a wee gate, and the green's kind of hidden in the dunes up there. Let's see if I can get a closer look up towards the green. There's the view up to the first green. You can just see the flag popping up over the ridge. There's a little track there and a little road with a fence, got to go across that. Yeah, just short of the new bunker. It's the green at the first, and it's a bit new, they're taking the fence away here in this little track. A closer view of the green, and bunker on the right hand side. Par 4 second at Tain at 351 yards. Straight drive, and then it's going to slightly downhill and fade to the left. There's a river running across, runs across the 16th and the 2nd. And at a particularly high tide there's a fair bit of water on there if it floods. We'll see what it's like when we get down there. This is the approach to the second green. It's sort of a little plateau green there. And there's a river, slightly overflowing at the moment. And for the first time ever, the Smithy ball's going in the water there. Penalty shot. And the third at Tain, it's a long par 4 at 435 yards. Over the wee hump there, and then it dog legs to the left. And the water there is the residue of the flooding from the river. So it's a dry day today. As I said, the central belt of Scotland was chucking it down when I was down there earlier. Up over the ridge, and this is the dog leg to the left. There's a big hollow in front of the greens, so the green's risen up. And the green at the third. Pop bunker there. Away in distance. Looking out to sea. And the fourth at Tain, first out of par 5s, 473 yards. Starts off straight, down over the humpy bumpy bits there and all the hollows. And then it rises up a wee bit and then goes flat across to the right hand side. Just reaching the green at the par 5 fourth hole. Pop bunker right, pop bunker left. The green dips down a wee bit, then a slight rise. But the green rolls everywhere. Very tricky green. And this is the initial par 3 at Tain. The fifth hole, 167 yards. Slight rise up to the green, covered by bunkers right round. On the sixth, it's a straight one, 309 yards. And before you get to the green there's a ridge, so the green sits at the top of the ridge. A couple of bunkers right in front of it, a couple of fairway bunkers down there. Let's see if we can get in a wee bit closer. And this is towards the sixth green. You can see the pop bunkers there again. You don't want to be in any of those. I'm just short of them in 2. Been over there in the ridge. And the seventh at Tain, par 4 at 377 yards. Slightly into the wind now, down the far end of the course. Field on the right hand side out of bounds. And there's a sign saying somebody got a hole in one in the club championship final here in 2010. Oh, different gravy from my sort of golf. Looking up to the green at the 7th. Somebody might have got a hole in one here, but I'm a couple of 100 yards short of that. 8th hole at Tain, another par 3, 179 yards. Over the rough stuff, over the bunkers, and straight down to the pin there. Back in the day when I first played here, there's a lot more gorse out. I've cut some of it back now, make it a wee bit easier for the visitors. I'll have to take the easier way out, bump and run it to the left. There's no way I'm trying to float it over there. In the first half at Tain with the par 4 9th, 355 yards. That's a sharp dog leg to the right. You can take it on if you want, but there's a lot of trouble on the right hand side. Oh, that's the pin down there at dog leg 9, and as usual, not hit it far enough. Got to play over the trees. Let's go a wee bit further up where I perhaps should have been. There's the dog leg opening out, down to the pin there. And the green at the 9th. I've just been short in 2, but a bump and run. Let's close in on that one. Right next to the pin, that's a gimme. That's my first par of the day. Well, that's the end of the first half. Smithy against the golf course. Well, for the first time playing at Tain, I'm actually 4 shots over my handicap. Playing poorly today. I once played here playing off 16 and I went round in 5 over par. My best round of golf ever. Nowhere near that today. Anyway, let's crack on. Second half, 10th hole, 330 yards. Straight one. First time I played here again, there was like loads of gorse right and left. So it was a narrow drive, but a lot of it's been taken back. Approach into the 10th. Big Tain 11th behind it. Now the 11th hole at Tain, and this is the signature hole, or the most famous one. It's called the Alps, 373 yards, par 4, and it's got straight down and up over the big things, or the Alps down there. You see the view from up there. But for those of us like an older vintage like myself, seems to bring into mind Raquel Welch songs from the past. Still can't work out why. Well, this is the view down the fairway at the 11th. I've only actually ever hit the green once. I've always been short of it. At the one time I did hit the green, I shot through the back, so I've never been on in 2 at this hole. Well, as usual, I'm short of the green. There's a wee gully here. I always end up in this part. A nasty pot bunker sitting in between the Raquel Welches. Now this is the wow moment when I first came here. Walk up past the bunker. Let's see what the view's like today. There you go, there's the green down there. My ball at the back of the green in 3. Absolutely superb. I've come up one of the humps to the side of the hole. That's my favourite view of the course. I always take a photo from here. Further up along the Donner Firth and across the water, and you've got Royal Dornoch over there, and further up Golspie, Brora even further up there. Could just do with a wee bit of sunshine now, staying dry though. On the 12th at Tain, 372 yards, par 4 from an elevated tee. Kind of diagonal, was a slight dog leg to the right on this one. Well, it's a wee panorama round. Down there towards Dornoch Bridge. Across the way, as I showed you before, up to Royal Dornoch over there. Back down the green at the 11th. Back round to the hole. And I passed this on the tee. Seen this before. I've got to get the distillery name right because Tain's the home of Glenmorangie whisky. Let's have a wee look at the barrel. And you got all the different courses there. Muirfield 2013, 185 miles. Turnberry, St Andrews, Sandwich. There's Lytham St Anne's, 365 miles away. I just happen to live in St Anne's. Not Lytham, they're 2 different places. I'm looking into the green at 12. Said it slightly fades to the right. The water's a good bit back from the green, not anywhere near it. 13th hole, par 5. And I was into a wee bit of a wind. I didn't really sense it when it was behind me in the last hole. 485, par 5, up we go. I played 3 into the wind, the 13th, par 5. Still short. And looking at the green, and this is one I remember, it always rolls back down the hill. So the front of the green, and it rises up to the back. Hole number 14 at Tain, par 4. Again a straight one. A wee bit humpy bumpy on the right hand side there. Just avoid that. 392 yards, long one. And from the fairway down to the green on 14. 17th hole, 330 yards, par 4, elevated tee, across the humpy bumpy stuff, down onto the fairway, and relatively straight. And looking down at the green at 15, get a wee bit duller now. This is my favourite hole in the course, par 3 16, 127 yards. And there's a river normally, but it's burst its banks at a high tide. So it's flooding a bit, so there's only a wee bit of the green to stay here. What I'll maybe do if I can find it, I'll put a picture of it in when it's in summer. When the river's down a wee bit, it looks completely different. Well, with all the flooding there, we've got a mat out and we're a different angle coming in. I played my shot there and I actually just missed a hole in one. Don't know how close it is. It's a closer look as you're coming down towards the 16th bridge across. River going round there. As I say, it's burst its banks at side, so the floodplain's covered in water here. Oh, and I've gone through the back of the, just at the back of the green, about 10 foot away, but oh, it was nearly in. 17th hole, that's another beauty of a par 3, 211 yards. And this time you've got the river in front, and then it winds its way around, and then you've got it going round the front of the green. So doubly difficult, a big hit needed. I'm just walking down to towards the green at 17. Again, the river's burst its banks there, so when the tide gets high, round to the side. We can get across the bridge. I'm not in the water. In fact, I'm nowhere near the water. There's the Smithy ball, 3 feet away on the green. Nearly up on the stage in the dance floor there. Bunker to the right, the river to the right. Right, let's stick this in for a birdie. And the finishing hole at Tain, 18th here, 370 yards. Straight down to start off with, now it fades to the left towards the clubhouse. A few bunkers sitting in front of the green. What's the score? Smithy against the golf course. Oh, a couple of pars at the last 2 par 3s. I missed that birdie putt, was actually from 4.5 foot. Disappointed with that. I'm 2 shots over my handicap, so golf course is beating me. Green at the 18th at Tain, and the ditch about 50 yards before the green. Couple of bunkers right left, clubhouse at the back. Well, that's me finished on the 18 at Tain here, where I'm a member. Absolutely love the place. Smithy against the golf course, I was 1 shot over my handicap with a par at last. In fact, that was 3 pars in a row, and I never get time to sing "Your Golf Course is Terrified, Smithy's on Fire." Never mind. Course itself, traditional links course. Lots of humpy bumpy stuff in the fairways, love it. Greens are superb. Really varied course as well. Really scenic when you come out onto the Alps, the 11th, up in the mounds there. And my favourite hole is 16. Lovely couple of par 3s to finish with, 16, 17. What am I going to give the course? Well, as you know fine well, it's a 10 out of 10 for me every day of the week for this course. Love it here. One of the friendliest welcomes to visitors at this course. Excellent place to play, as I said. Get yourself here, totally recommend it. So that's all from me today. Don't know where I'm going tomorrow yet. I'm back here for a comp on Saturday. I'm trying to resist going to Durness tomorrow, depends what the weather's like. We'll see where we end up. Good night.